Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.
Safety! Dropped in the end zone. It's Niehaus. Feldman, that one will get in. That's a good point right there. A shot coming here. That's a goal. Lifted to left center field. Gets off the warning track into the wall. Transition three. Boom! Knocks that one down. And it's a goal. What a beautiful play. Dutton, look what I found over the first. It's a 3-on-1 all the way. Yes! There he goes.
Your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV. Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
Welcome into the home of the Bobcats, the historic Marshalltown High School Roundhouse. As we go out of conference here today, the Bobcats sitting at 3-6 will take on the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Jayhawks, sit at 1-8. Marshalltown coming off a loss to a 10-1 Ames team Friday night. Moments they looked good, and others they seemed overwhelmed, and that really, really good Ames High School team. While Cedar Rapids Jefferson is coming off a loss to number 4 Dubuque Wahlert, 77-47. This is a big matchup. Marshalltown has played the Mississippi Valley foe over the last 2 years. 2 years ago, right here in Marshalltown, they were able to get that victory. Last year, it was a bit of a buzzsaw on a Monday night. Marshalltown never really got going, including junior guard, last year sophomore Kyle Smith really struggled, shooting 4 of 16, and Marshalltown never got it going, and Jefferson posted a 12-point win. My name's Dylan Doze. As we look into tonight, it's really going to come down to some key things. We talked to Coach Michael Apple, and he'll talk later in the coach's interview, but really it comes down to the intangibles, not the things on the stat sheet, but about the hustle factor and the 50-50 ball. And it comes down to, can the Bobcats get that fourth win? Can they put a full game together versus Jefferson, and can Jefferson really go behind their big guy in Kai Gatewood, the guard who does a little bit of everything for them, including lead them in scoring? It's going to be a big matchup, and we're going to have it all here for you here on KFJB and on News Talk 1230, KFJB AM and 93.9 FM. And welcome back into your bonus coverage of girls basketball here on KFJB-TV as Cedar Rapids Jefferson holds a 46-17 lead here. Marshalltown sitting at 4-5, Jefferson sitting at 4-5. It's been a bit of an offensive struggle for the Bobcats, but not for Millie Heitman, who has 9 on the night. 2-point shot by Kinsley Bowie, no good. Ellie Hughes with her first bucket of the night. Marshalltown gets within 27. Cedar Rapids Jefferson's had a nice night, especially on the offensive glass. Bobcats have struggled to box out. And then a lot of these second chance opportunities as the Jayhawks throw it out of bounds have resulted off that offensive board 3-point shots. Here in the second half specifically, this game was 24-9 at half. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout with 4:12 left to go in the game. We're going to take it with them here on KFJB-TV and 1230 AM and 93.9 FM.
Sportsmanship starts with us.
As a student athlete, I need to model good behavior and represent my school appropriately.
That means respecting my teammates, coaches, opponents, the officials, and fans.
If I do that, so will others, and being a good sport becomes a way of life.
To all of Iowa's student athletes getting ready to compete, remember, sportsmanship starts with us.
Welcome back in. You see Coach Brian Murphy along with Coach Heitman cheering on those girls again. Sydney Capeyu out again, and along with Amara Johnson, 2 preseason starters for the Bobcats. It's uncertain if Sid will be healthy enough to go for this year, and of course Amara Johnson out for the year. For the Bobcats, it's Georgia Jansen, Millie Heitman, Morgan Hildebrandt, Ellie Hughes, and Frankie Long. Jansen dribbles into the trap, comes back out, now gets it to the corner to Heitman. Heitman, little hesitation dribble to Hughes. It's blocked, no good. And out of the pack, here comes the Jayhawks. And it's Ava Erger's going to get blocked, but the foul is going to be on Georgia Jansen. Ava Erger, the 5'5 senior guard, will be up at the line as she limps to the line. She got the worst of Georgia Jansen and the basketball support there. First one is up, and it's good. She's had a nice game so far tonight. That's her 9th point as she looks to go into double digits here tonight for the Jayhawks. Second one is up, no good. Rebound, Hughes off to Heitman. Bobcats look to cut into this 28-point lead. Heitman looking up, now gets top of the key to Hughes. Pressure defense, now to Jansen. Jansen, this really extended, and Erger just takes it from Jansen. Jansen tries to block it and alters the shot, doesn't get the block, but it goes off of Angeline Troe. Angeline Troe is a 5'3 sophomore. She does have 3 points on the night, but could not add to that total. The freshman lefty, Morgan Hildebrandt, surveying, gets to the Bobcat right in the middle, and now gets it to Hughes. Bobcats surveying, seeing if they have numbers, get it to Heitman. Back to Hughes, little 2-person game. Back to Heitman. Heitman up and good. Heitman has 11 for the Bobcats. She is the game-high scorer here tonight at the Marshalltown Roundhouse. And Troe over here to Creighton. Creighton for a 3-ball, knocks it in. Creighton with a big shot. She has 8 on the night. And dribble inside, it's going to be knocked away. And here comes Lexi Holler up to Troe. Troe up off the glass, no good, and it's going to be off of Creighton and go to the Bobcats. Mallory Meyer, the freshman, is in for the Bobcats. She's coming in for junior Georgia Jansen. And again, it's about a 2-3, a 2-1-2 zone press, half-court zone press. They're just looking to trap the mid-circle. And Hildebrandt a little too sloppy with the ball. Troe misses the layup, and now it's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow points to the Bobcats. Got 2:18 left to go here, and again, you're enjoying bonus coverage here on KFJB-TV as we get pointed towards the guys' game here tonight. The 3-6 Marshalltown Bobcats looking to take on Mississippi Valley foe Cedar Rapids Jefferson, who sits at 1-8. But they have a good conference, including having number 1 Cedar Falls sit on top of that conference. Troe tries it again. This layup will be good. It's 52-21. Bobcats have not figured out this half-court trap. Not having a lot of cutting there. You get it to Heitman. Heitman gets it down to Hughes, over to Long. That's the way you break that. Frankie Long now has 8 points. She and Millie Heitman have 19 of the 23 for the Bobcats. Long alters that shot, and now Hughes clears. Here comes Heitman. 83 seconds left to go in this contest. as Millie Heitman surveys before it gets to the trap. Over to Myron. Myron up off her knee, knocked away by Creighton. Now it's to Erger. Erger looking back to Creighton. Creighton thought about a 3, drives, now drops it off, and no good. And the ball's on the ground, and Heitman's going to come away with it, getting it to Hildebrand. And it's going to be a timeout, but we're going to keep it here because it's just a substitution timeout, so there will be no delay in the game. See the replay here, a nice little shovel from Hughes, and that all started with Millie Heitman getting that pass to the corner and then cut to Hughes. It broke down as the defense sucked in on her, and Long was wide open. Jansen gets it top of the key, now down to Hildebrand, drives baseline, now pulls it back out, knocked away by Tro. That should be off Tro's foot, and it will remain Bobcat basketball here with 44.3 seconds left to go in the contest. Bobcats are going to fall to 4-7 with Des Moines North on the docket tomorrow night, while Cedar Rapids Jefferson will move to 5-6, and they will take on Cedar Falls tomorrow night. Heitman's going to pass this one in. It's Long, Jansen, Hildebrand, and Heitman. Hildebrand, the lefty in the corner, fires it over to Heitman, who gets it top of the key to Jansen. Right-hand dribble, shovel pass, no. It gets taken away from Creighton. Creighton almost double dribble. No, nice little hesitation. Tro's going to get the offensive rebound and get it up and good. Tro's not tall, but she's had a big game. Tro stands at 5'3", but she has 7 points. Real balanced attack by the Jayhawks. There's now 10 seconds left to go. 54-23. Crossover dribble, little floater, no good. Rebound's going to be cleared by Kaylee Janacek, and that'll do it. Bobcats lose 54-23. Fall to 4-7, while Cedar Rapids Jefferson Jayhawks will move to 5-6. When we come back, we will have your Cat Connection as sophomore point guard Drake Gersma averaging 10 points on the year, and has really been the catalyst to make the team go in his first year as the starting point guard. You're watching the Countdown to Tip-Off here on KFJB-TV and listening on 1230 AM and 93.9 FM.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up begins February 3rd for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
The Cat Connection, sponsored by State Farm, mtownproud.com.
Now joined on our Cat Connection by Drake Gersma for the Marshalltown Bobcats, sophomore guard, and of course you run the point a lot. How's that jump been from freshman year now to your sophomore season?
Yeah, it's been a big jump, and there's a whole new pace to the game, so I just had to pick up on it and just run with it. Just do what's I normally do.
Yeah. When you kind of look at your role or your game, we've seen some really good point guards at the Bobcat level. Armani Thomas, all-time leading scorer. Trayshawn Brooks was a very good guard last year. When you kind of look at your game, can you take some pieces from them and kind of use it in what you do out there on the floor?
Yeah, of course. I can get the ball out to open shooters. I can do my best to score, but yeah, I just want to win. And
And, of course, looking at 10 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 4 assists. How much, when you go out there as the point guard, talk to me a little bit about your strategy as far as, maybe driving in, kicking out. What's kind of the things you focus on to make sure that, you guys are having good ball movement and you're able to score, that kind of thing?
I would say mostly just getting the ball to open shooters and open cutters, and then also just giving 100% effort most of the time, or all the time, and getting back on defense, stopping the ball, and making plays.
I've been able to kind of talk to your dad a little bit. I know they come to Bobcat Live and, at all the games. What's being a Bobcat mean to you?
Just giving it all 100% of the time, getting better 1% every day. Just giving it your all.
All right, what other activities and things are you involved in during the school year?
I'm also involved in football, and I'm planning on doing track also.
All right, well, best of luck the rest of your sophomore year.
Thank you.
All right, that is Drake Gersma with our Cat Connection, all brought to you by Tyler Fashong, State Farm Agency, mtownproud.com.
At Tyler Fashong State Farm, we are M-Town Proud.
For us, M-Town Proud is about having absolute pride in the place that we live and work. The people in this community represent everything that I believe in and everything I want to instill in my children.
Hardworking,
diverse, genuine,
kind, and passionate.
A blue-collar town that has shown countless times we can depend on each other.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you
M-Town Proud.
And welcome back into the countdown to tip-off. I'm here with Coach Michael Apple. Friday night was an interesting one. Ames, which has really been the class of the Iowa Alliance, came in long, feisty. They did come out with the win, moved to 10-1. But I thought that was a game you could maybe pull some positives, but also a ton of coachable opportunities. When you were talking to the team Friday night, what were some of the positives, and then what are some of the focuses that you looked at?
Positives, I thought we played hard. And Ames makes it really hard to score, and we had some opportunities and we missed them. But our offense, how we were able to execute it and run and reverse the ball was much better than our previous game against the East. So that was definitely a positive. They're just really sound defensively. So there's those small windows. You got to make sure you hit against them, and we didn't do a great job against that. But against some other teams, not as good defensively as them. There were some very good bright spots in that.
One of the things noticed just on the offensive end, not a lot of turnovers for the Bobcats. They didn't give up a lot of free buckets. And then I thought Kyle Smith looked probably the most mature I've seen on the offensive end. He scored at all three levels, really based his decision-making on who he was guarding. What can you say about the junior guard?
Yeah, he continues to get better and better, and he wants to. That comes with him studying the game, asking a ton of questions, working on it more importantly than anything else. He works on those things and understands that he can't be one dynamic and just a catch-and-shoot guy. There's other ways he has the ability to score, and you saw that Friday where he was able to pull up, where he was posting up at times. And that's what we need him to do is be versatile and be able to score in a lot of different ways.
And the schedule doesn't give you a lot of time to think about woulda, coulda, shoulda. What is the differences in the way that you approach a Monday night game versus usually having time for that Monday practice?
Well, we practiced yesterday. Just kind of went through things. Really more focused on us than anything else to prepare for Cedar Rapids Jefferson here. And then, it's you got to be ready regardless of what day you play on. That's ultimately what it comes down to. And, it's a great opportunity for us tonight, and we got to be ready to play.
And Cedar Rapids Jefferson, the Jayhawks, they've kind of become a little bit of a schedule matchup the last couple of years. Both have split, but they just come off a loss to number 4. Tomorrow night they play number 1, Cedar Falls. When you look at the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Jayhawks, what jumps out to you about them on film?
Well, their record's a little deceiving, number one. They've played a really hard schedule. The teams they're losing to are very good teams, and they have some talent. They're a very good team. They got some really good guards, and we have to be able to be ready to guard. I mean, we have to be ready to play tonight, and guard the drive, guard their shooters. They're a good team. I mean, we have to play with energy, play harder than them, get those 50-50 balls, execute when we get a little pressure on us, and make good decisions.
And you talk about those 50-50 balls. 2 years ago, beating Cedar Rapids Jefferson here was because of that. Last year down at Cedar Rapids, we lost those 50-50 balls. But Kai Gateway leads them in scoring almost 17 a game. Do you have a sense for who you're going to match up with him defensively? Are you going to go with the senior Lamar Johnson?
Yeah, Lamar will be on him. Yep, and depending on the lineups, we'll adjust. But that's you're right, spot on that one. Yep, Lamar's going to start on him.
All righty, good luck tonight, Coach. See if the Bobcats can get their 4th win on the night. When we come back, we will have the Sandvik starting lineups.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And State Farm. mtownproud.com.
Welcome into the countdown to tip-off and to the Sandvik starting lineups. Let Sandvik Enterprises of Marshalltown deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineups. And let's look at the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Jayhawks, sitting at 1-8, 0-2 in the Mississippi Valley. They are coached by Wes Bruns in his 4th year. Starting at point guard, number 1, the 5'9 junior, Eric Smith, averaging almost 8 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, while shooting about 43% from the field. Does get almost 2 blocks a game. Last year in this matchup, he had 1 point. Kai Gatewood, the leading scorer and the go-to man for the Jayhawks, is averaging over 16 points a game, 4 rebounds, 1.5 assists. He is shooting 40% from the field and 81% from the foul line. Almost 2 steals again game for him. In this matchup last year, he did have 6 points and 3 rebounds. He's the leading returning scorer from last year. Number 3, Dayton Guy, and he's one of the guys. He may not be the guy, but he's one of the top 2 or 3 guys. He averages 11.5 points, 4 rebounds, almost 2 assists. He is shooting it about 40% from the field, 25% from 3, and 67% from the line. Last year he had 4 points, along with 6 rebounds in this matchup. Ian Earp is a 6'4 sophomore. I'm interested to see how the Bobcats measure up with him. He has 10 threes on the year, but he's averaging 8 points, almost 6 rebounds, leading the Jayhawks in that category. Almost 40% from the field, 42% from 3, and he is at 75% from the line. Jamie Kaiser had started 4 games this year, and then an injury sidelined him. He on the year is averaging 11.5 points. Not sure if he'll play tonight. Jonah Dykeman, number 23, is averaging just under 4 points. The senior 6'3 forward is also averaging 4 rebounds, shooting almost 40% from the field and 60% from the foul line. You also see Zach Thielman along with Ty Coonan come off the bench for the Cedar Rapids Jayhawks. Now let's flip it over to your Marshalltown Bobcats, sitting at 3-6 and 1-3 in the Iowa Alliance. Coach Michael Apple in his 7th year at the helm. Number 1, the sophomore 6-foot steady Eddie Jamison Niehaus, averaging 4 points a game, 3.5 rebounds and assists, shooting 44% from the field, 50% from 3 on his 6 attempts of the year, and 63% from the foul line. And your Cat Connection and Thursday Night Bobcat Live guest, Drake Gersman, number 3. The sophomore 6-footer is averaging just under 10 points a game, almost 3.5 rebounds to go with almost 4 assists, shooting 41% from the field, and a team-leading 2.2 steals. They're going to need a lot from the sophomore point guard here tonight to get the win against the Jayhawks. Then, number 10, the junior, the leading scorer for the Marshalltown Bobcats, and really has taken a step forward as he's continually elevated his offensive game. He's averaging just under 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, leading the Bobcats in that category. 1 assist. He is shooting 38% from the field, 30% from 3, but he has well over 24 threes on the year and 77% from the line, almost 2 steals a contest as well. Lamar Johnson, the defensive stopper, the offensive spark plug, the offensive rebounding machine, the 6-foot pogo stick, is averaging 6.4 points per game, almost 4 rebounds, half of those offensive, 41% from the line, 60% from the free throw line. And then Jacob Hayes, another junior. The 6'2 junior had 2 points in this contest last year. He's averaging just under 7 points a game, and what we've seen this year, an aggressive Jacob Hayes usually results in wins. Almost 4 rebounds a game and assists. He's shooting 43% from the field and 33% from 3, leading the team in that category, 70% from the line as well. You will get to see a little bit. You'll see more of sophomore Zane Moore, who's continually adding minutes underneath his belt, and we may also see seniors Adam Boone, who's hit a couple threes this year, along with Will Swartz, who has come up with some big key blocks for the Bobcats. And those are your starting lineups. When we come back, we will do the keys to the game.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Jacob Hayes. No good. Lamar Johnson, no rebound. Takes down left wing 3. Splash.
That kid's going to be a good one. And welcome into the Marshalltown Roundhouse as they're getting ready for the starting lineups. But let's do the keys to the game. Today's keys to the game sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. And for the Bobcats, it's about Bobcat pride. And I'm not saying about energy, about being a Bobcat. I'm saying it's got to take the collective Bobcat pride. All 5 players on the court. Friday night, Kyle Smith had 20 points. That accounted for 2/3 of the Bobcats' total points. We'll need some points from those supporting casts to get the Bobcats that victory. For the Jayhawks, it's a 3-headed monster. Yes, Kai Gatewood is averaging over 16 points a game, but he's not the only one. You see Dayton Guy, the forward, the 6-foot senior, averaging 11.5, and then Ian Earp as well. Those 3 really bring about a 3-headed monster. Bobcats can't just lock down Gatewood. They've got to be able to pressure on 3 different. So how that defensive matchup happens, it will say a lot for how tonight shakes out. But we're getting ready for the tip-off. Bobcats in their whites with blue numbers, blue lettering, and the big bold M on the right thigh, while the Jayhawks from Cedar Rapids, Jefferson do the double two-tone blue. They go that dark blue with that North Carolina teal as well. Let's get ready for that jump. We've actually got him. It's going to be Will Swartz is going to be in tonight. The senior 6'6" center will replace Jamison Niehaus tonight. Looking for a little bit more size as Will gets it off to Lamar Johnson. And quickly going to be picked up by Eric Smith as Drake Gersma gets it to, nice little up and under to Lamar Johnson. It's that little double pick on the baseline that the Bobcats love so much. 2 points right away for Lamar Johnson. Little handoff to Guy, guarded by Swartz, gets it into the corner. Now it's back out to number 23, Diekman. Diekman gets it over to Guy. Guy's looking inside, probing, guarded by Gersma. Now it's on top. Over corner, and that's Gatewood. High 3, front iron no good. Rebound, Jacob Hayes. Here come the Bobcats. Gersma closely guarded by Smith. Now Hayes got it. Earp is guarding him. Gets it to Smith in the corner. Dribble drive, free throw line, jumper, gonna roll in for 2. What a nice job by the junior guard. Bobcats up 4-0. Smith comes across, left-handed dribble. He's guarded by Smith. Gonna be a high pick to Diekman. Now a little bit of a yo-yo as Gatewood takes it to the glass. He's gonna sneak past Swartz for 2. And Eric Smith picks him up full court here as Gatewood has the first bucket. Smith is right there. Hayes guarded by Earp. Looking inside, gets Smith wide open, top of the key. 3, no good off the back iron, and here comes the Jayhawks. And Guy, dribble drive, gets into the lane, up off the glass and good. And that foul is going to be on Will Swartz, the senior. No, that's going to call it on Drake Gersma. Drake Gersma, his first, the sophomore point guard. Bobcats have had 2 straight line drives in the post. It looks like they want to run that pick and roll off with the Will Swartz guy and then get the mix match and have the guard take it on the center. And the rebound's going to be to Kyle Smith. And here come the Bobcats, tied 4-4, just a minute 50 into this ball game. The trap comes, half-court trap, and it gets up to Lamar, and that's going to be 10 seconds. As Coach Apple implores Jacob Hayes to come up and help, it felt like it was Lamar and nobody else. Everybody was kind of backing away, moving further away. Now it's going to be thrown in by Guy over to Smith. Smith still guarded by Kyle. Handoff to Earp to Guy for 3. That's going to be too long. Rebound is going to be Diekman back out to Smith. Left-handed dribble, free throw line, handoff to Gatewood. Gatewood goes at Swartz up off the glass and good. Such good body control. And you have Gatewood with his 4th point and Jayhawks on a 6-0 run. They get it across. Bobcats get it across. Cross court to Gersma. Looking into the corner, gets it to Johnson. Johnson goes baseline, drops it down to Smith. Drop off to Swartz, and Swartz put it on the ground, and Guy ripped it away. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Gateway, it looked like a piece of popcorn just popping in his hands, but he was able to get enough control and get it in. It's 8-4, Bobcats. Oh, my goodness, and it's going to be a foul on Dayton Guy. That was close. It's this half-court trap Bobcats have struggled with here. It's very similar. If you watched our bonus coverage of the girls' game, it's that half-court zone trap. This is a 1-3-1 zone that they're in as Gersma brings it up by the C of the Bobcats, gets it the corner to Hayes. Hayes looks at the three, says no. Gersma now kind of probing inside, kicks it out to Johnson. Corner to Kyle Smith, wide open three ball. Good as good can be. He's got 5. Bobcats cut this lead to 1. Little handoff to Gatewood. Gatewood sees Earp in the corner. Little dribble drive hit. It's knocked away, but Diekman's able to get it, and then he dribbles it out of bounds, and the Bobcats will get it back. Jamison Niehaus is going to come in for Will Swartz. Bobcats go small. So what you'll see is Jacob Hayes and Lamar Johnson kind of pseudo playing the 4-5, but really this is as close to a one-point guard, 4-wing lineup as you'll see. Earp is guarding Niehaus. He gets a hand on it, but Hayes tracks it down. Double team, gets it to Niehaus, wide open, 3-ball, Kyle Smith, 2 in a row, no, but Lamar Johnson tracks it down. Gets it inside to Niehaus, and it's going to be Bobcat basketball. They're going to say it's off Dayton Guy. A little bit of a late whistle because it bounced up and it was clearly out of bounds. But they got the call right. Kyle Smith has 5 of the Bobcats' 7. Lamar Johnson with the first bucket of the night. Drake Gersma, left-handed dribble, stolen away by Diekman. And then he passes it back to Eric Smith, gets it up to Gatewood. Gatewood guarded by Lamar Johnson, goes right into him, little teardrop. And here's the thing, I think with Gatewood, all 4 of his buckets are on the attack. You are going to have to deny him the basketball and keep him out of the lane. Say almost sag off him, make him hit a 3. He's only shooting 25% from three-point land, and that's going to be a foul on Eric Smith, his first of the night. First foul on the Jayhawks. And number 5 quickly is going to come in. Jaden Faulkner is in for the Jayhawks. He's going to come in for Eric Smith. Little entry pass to Jamison Niehaus. Shielded Gatewood beautifully, but then can't get it to go. Gatewood with the rebound. Here come the Jayhawks. 3.5 minutes to go in the first. Drops it down to Diekman, goes right on Jacob Hayes and gets 2. That was a tough move. Nice move by the senior. It's 12-7. Bobcats start off with a 4-0 lead, and now it's just been all Jayhawks. Diekman guarded by Hayes. Little weave action top. Gets it over to Gersma. That's knocked away by Faulkner. And we're going to get a couple more substitutions. This is a tough one for us here, so if you're a Cedar Rapids Jefferson fan, they have 2 22s on their roster. It's Ty Kennan. Ty Kennan is in the game along with Zach Thielman. Bobcats have the basketball, get top of the key to Johnson. Johnson looking, gets it to Kyle Smith off his hand, gets to Gersma, and the shot's going to be too strong and out on Lamar Johnson. Bobcats really struggling to put things together. This half-court trapping press has really kind of thrown them off as they've gone into that zone. Bobcats have had some good looks but have not been able to execute. Kennan gets it back to Guy. Guy lines up a 3 back iron, no good. Rebound's going to be to Jacob Hayes. Nice job from Lamar Johnson. Then Hayes just throws it away to Faulkner. And then Kennan gets it up off the glass, no good. But it's going to be another foul. And Coach Apple is looking down at the bench. Now takes a seat as he looks at what the Bobcats can do. It's really been some turnovers in this trapping zone press that has really affected the Bobcats. Keenan shooting the first free throw of the year. First one is up. Looks like he's been shooting them all his life. It's up and it's good. It's now 13-7. Bobcats have struggled in the first and third quarter scoring the basketball. Second one is going to be no good. Rebound Hayes. Here comes Kyle Smith. Jayhawks drop back. And they're in a man defense. They now in a man defense. Gets us Kyle Smith. They're going to switch that on top. They're switching everything on weave action on top. And it's going to be a foul on Faulkner. And I believe that's his second. It's his first. My fault. His first. As Niehaus throws it into Gersma. Gersma, little yo-yo dribble, handoff to Kyle, right back to Drake. He's calling Kyle to run off. Now he's posting Faulkner. This is a really smart job, the smaller Faulkner. Now they swing it around. Kyle Smith doesn't like the shot. Now he drives on Guy. Little fall away jumper, no good. Rebound. Drake Gersma goes back up. It's blocked. Gets a rebound again. Up off the glass. No good. Thought there was a lot of body contact, but no call. And here comes Dayton Guy into the press and gets it up off the iron. And number 45, not on the roster. Let's see if we can get that name here. Number 45 for the Jayhawks is not on the roster. So we'll call him 4-5. Jacob Hayes, no good, and a rebound, Dayton Guy. Guy over to Faulkner, into the corner to Thielman, back to Faulkner. Looks at it, now it's out to Guy. It's 15-7. The Jayhawks on a 15-3 run. Guy, little drop step, great move, no finish. Bobcats have 48 seconds to go. Kyle Smith brings it across the timeline. Can they get a bucket? Gets it to Gersma, guarded by Thielman. They're back in that man-to-man. Little crossover, gets to the free throw line behind the back. Drop step up off the glass and good. Drake Gersma says, you know what? It's time to get to the rack and get two. Bobcats with a much-needed shot. Faulkner gets it top of the key to 45. Handoff to Dayton Guy. Lines up a three. Bank shot three. Not the shot you want if you're the Jayhawks and Coach Bruns, but you'll take a bank-in three any day of the week. He's got 5. 8 seconds left to go. Doubled up Jayhawks 18. Marshalltown 9. Jayhawks are coming in back to all starters except for Dayton Guy will get his first rest of the night. Thielman will stay in the ball game. 6 seconds. Bobcats have switched back to the starters. We told you, though, Will Swartz actually started. Niehaus in place for Swartz right now. 4 seconds. Gersma gets it out to Smith for three. Short, no good, and that'll do it. Bobcats down 9 at the end of 1. When we come back, we'll have scores from around the state and see if the Bobcats.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Kyle Smith and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
A rough start to this one. Bobcats doubled up 18-9. At this point, let's look at some scores from around the state. Shout out to Brooksy back at the radio station helping a guy out. For the girls game, Bobcat girls dropped the game here tonight. But other matchups, Carlisle 63, West Marshall 36 with just a little bit left in that. Grundy Center and Hudson tied at 39 in the third. And at halftime, Webster City 22, Nevada 21. And for boys basketball, South Hardin 20, Iowa Falls Alden 14. Jayhawks have it as Gatewood gets picked up by Gersman, dropped down to Guy. Great play by Gatewood. Gatewood's got 8, Guy's got 7, and the Jayhawks have 20 and an 11-point lead. Bobcats have to find something to get going. They started off with some good energy on that offensive end. They switched it up into a bit of a zone, and Bobcats haven't recovered even as the Jayhawks have gone back to a man. 3 balls up, front iron no good. Rebound, Lamar Johnson just off him. Great hustle, just could not execute. And for the Jayhawks, they are going to stick. Dayton Guy came back in for Thielman. Otherwise, it's all starters except for Jamison Niehaus in for Will Swartz. Smith gets it over to Gatewood. Gatewood top of the key to Guy. Guy looks at 3 now, dribble drive, free throw line. He's standing in there for a long time, almost a 3-second call. Gets it back to Gatewood. Gatewood gets a running start, little 18-foot jumper, back iron, no good. Rebound, Niehaus. And honestly, that's how you're going to have to play Gatewood. If he beats you with the long jumper and the 3, so be it. He's going to kill you with the drives to the hoop. Left-hand dribble, Smith gets a little floater, back iron, no good. Rebound, Guy. Oh, my goodness. Bobcats have had 2 or 3 really good looks at the rim and no dice. Kick out to Guy in the corner, 3 ball. Oh, my, he's got 10. Timeout, Bobcats. Bobcats down 2 touchdowns with 6.5 minutes left to go in the half. You're watching Bobcat basketball.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
Welcome back in. Marshalltown Bobcats down big so far, and it's really come down to a good trapping defense by the Jayhawks and then some timely shots as Dayton Guys hit 2 threes, and Kai Gatewood has been good as advertised. He had 8 there in the first quarter and a nice assist here in the second. Bobcats call their first time out of the game, and really there's just not been a whole lot going outside of Kyle Smith. Got a couple buckets early. Lamar Johnson with an easy layup, and then Drake Gersman with a nice dribble drive to get a bucket. Now they extend that 1-2-2 zone, looking to trap here. Gersman gets it back to Niehaus. Now they're looking to attack. Great drop by Gatewood as he knocks it away there. Now Kyle Smith gets it back as he steals from Smith. Now come back, layup good. Great defensive play by the junior. Bobcats now get a bucket and down 12. Smith is, again, picking him up half court, and Gatewood's got it. He's guarded by Johnson. Earp, top of the key, picks it up. Back to Gatewood, now over to Guy. Guy guarded by Gersma. Gets him in a post-up. Smith looking for a reverse, blocked away from Jacob Hayes. Drake Gersma leading the press. He little Euro step up off the glass, no good. Tried a little right-handed flip off the glass, came up short. Eric Smith, little in and out dribble, no good as Jacob Hayes knocked that one away as well, and it's going to be off of Kyle Smith. Jacob Hayes with 2 good defensive plays back-to-back. And Eric Smith is going to inbound it to Diekman, who hands off to Guy. Guy walks with it. And that's going to be another turnover for the Jayhawks. Their second here since the Bobcats took a timeout. This is a big one. Can the Bobcats get a bucket? And again, they extend that 1-2-2, and now they're bringing the back trap up. Bobcats break it. Gersma Dribble drive gets cut off by Guy. Now kicks it out to Smith. Guarded by Smith as well. Free throw line jumper, good. Kyle Smith up to 9 points. Bobcats have 13. It's a 10-point game. Eric Smith coming back over, left-handed dribble. As Diekman comes, meets him at the top of the key, hands it back to Smith. Guy's got it, looks at it, wants the pick. No, he misses the pick, and now he kicks it back out to Smith. Smith now dribble drive, hand off to Gatewood. Gatewood gets into the lane, little reverse off the glass, no good, gets his own rebound. Nobody put a butt in the gut. Gatewood's got 10. Gersma back to Smith as they kind of go side to side to get this. Now they've got the trap in the corner. Little hook shot pass, no good. And that's as Guy's gonna travel again. That's what you cannot do in that trapping zone. Is Drake got it over the timeline and then kind of took a dribble back into the corner, and that's when the Jayhawks just kind of anacondaed him in the corner there. Bobcats lucky that Guy traveled and turned it right back over. It's 25-13. Niehaus gets it, left-hand dribbles, knocked away from Gatewood. They're going to call a foul on Gatewood. That's his first of the night, and the first foul called here in the second quarter. Zane Moore, the sophomore, is going to come in for Lamar Johnson. It'll be interesting to see who is going to guard Gatewood on this, as Lamar Johnson had guarded Gatewood the first 12 minutes of this contest. Gersman guarded by Faulkner, kind of bully balls him to the three-point line and then gets it to Jacob Hayes. Jacob Hayes throws it away to no man's land, and it's a 12-point Bobcat deficit. As they get it inbounds, Kyle Smith was guarding Faulkner on the inbounds, but gets it to Gatewood, handoff to Faulkner. Faulkner looks at a three. Now dribble drive, handoff to Diekman. Diekman, free throw line over to Guy in the corner. Guy, baseline drive, now reverses back, short on the drop step, and Earp almost gets it ripped away, almost gets a foul, but Gersma rips it away, and here come the Bobcats. Gersma gets into the lane, up off the glass, and good. He put a little bit of English. If he would have put any less, it wouldn't have gone in. Big bucket from number 3. He's got 4 on the night. Bobcats down 10. Gatewood has to pick up his dribble, gets it over to Earp. Earp back out to Dayton Guy. Guarded by 3 as Drake Gersma looks at Diekman. He's got Hayes in the post. Now he extends the elbow. Now kicks back out to Guy. Guy lines up a 3. That's going to be short. Knocks out. Diekman gets it back in the corner. Gatewood dribble drive on the baseline. Nice little pass to Faulkner. Faulkner out to Earp. Back to Faulkner for 3. That's good. Jaden Faulkner was left wide open in the corner. That was a great little two-man game as Niehaus is going to carry the basketball. He was going to pass it to Smith and then hesitated and then went to dribble, and they caught him on the carry. Bobcats, 2:52 left to go in this first half. Struggled on the defensive end, have struggled on the offensive end, find themselves down 13. Lamar Johnson is going to spell Jacob Hayes. As you see Dayton Guy hand it in there, pass it in to Faulkner, who just hit that big 3. Faulkner guarded by Niehaus, dribble drive right side, hesitates, now looking to pass it out, gets it out to Eric Smith. Eric Smith left-handed dribble, drops it off for Gatewood, guarded by Johnson, who knocks it away, but Gatewood able to give it back. Guy's got it, little right-hand dribble, and it's off his foot. Here comes Lamar Johnson. Lamar Johnson with a path to the up off the glass and good off of number 45. Johnson's going to get his second buckets. Bobcats down 11. Timeout. Jayhawks will be back with 2:24.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
Welcome back in. As you see, Coach Apple talking to the 5 guys going to be on the court. Niehaus, Moore, Gersma, Kyle Smith, and Lamar Johnson. 3 sophomores, a junior and a senior, really trying to implore them to get back into this game. It's 28-17. Jayhawks will have it. Bobcats seem to find a little bit of life here in this second quarter. They were down 10 at the end of 1 and have battled almost even with the Jayhawks. Jayhawks, it's really the story of 2 of the 3 heads of that monster we talked about in the keys of the game. Kai Gatewood has 10. Dayton Guy has 10. Bobcats are led by Kyle Smith's 9, and then Drake Gersman and Lamar Johnson both have 4 apiece. Eric Smith bringing it across the timeline. He's going to have that looked like a moving pick from Faulkner, but no call. Smith gets it up off the glass, and he's going to travel. Yeah, that looked like Faulkner. Faulkner's a slight young man, but it looked like he was just walking into that pick. But the Bobcats get it anyways, look to cut this to single digits. Niehaus gets it up to Kyle Smith. When they've been able to break this trap, good things have happened. Lamar Johnson gets over Gersma, lines up Zane Moore with his first 3 of the year, no good. And here comes Dayton Guy and the Jayhawks. Gatewood throws it to no one as Faulkner cuts. Gatewood was expecting him to be outside the 3-point line. 1:48 to go. It'd be great to see the Bobcats be able to string together a couple buckets and a couple stops to get this one close before half. Kyle Smith looking over top, gets it to Niehaus. Oh my goodness, Lamar Johnson was wide open. Gets it into Kyle Smith, into the lane, out to Johnson, back to Niehaus. Oh, Niehaus got caught up in the air, no good, but the Bobcats able to track it down. Gersma barking out orders with 80 seconds left to go, gets it into the lane. Little Euro step, too hard. Kyle Smith gets a rebound. A little hook shot up and good. He's in double figures. Bobcats are now within single figures. 28-19, just over a minute to go. Gatewood behind the back dribble over to Guy. Guy in the corner to Smith. 45 cuts to the block, now handed off to Faulkner. Left-handed dribble, now to Guy. Guy picked up by Niehaus. Little drop step, now kicks back out to Gatewood, and that's a 3. You know, you're darned if you do, you're darned if you don't. Kai Gatewood shooting 25% from 3, now has 13, and the lead's back up to 12. Kyle Smith gets it into the lane, now out to Niehaus. Thought about the 3, but instead gave it to Gersma. Gersma swing pass to Zane Moore. Left-handed dribble, back to Gersma. Gersma handoff to Kyle Smith. About 28 feet out, now dribble drive, crossover, gets into the lane, knocked away Dayton Guy. Now Eric Smith has it. Zane Moore back on defense as Gatewood, and they're going to call it on Moore. Moore was moving as Gatewood made contact. 16.4 seconds left to go in this first half. That's only the first foul on the Bobcats here in the second quarter. And that's going to be the first on Zane Moore. Smith gets it into Gatewood. Gatewood drops it to Dayton Guy. Guy, pump fake up and under. That's where Zane Moore brought the help, but left his man. Bobcats down 14. Biggest lead, and now the steal. Up to Faulkner. Faulkner, a little hesitation, up and good. Oh, my goodness. Not the way you wanted this to end. Bobcats down 16 at the end of the half. When we come back, we'll look at highlights, talk to Coach Brian Murphy, and look at the adjustments for the second half. You're watching Bobcat basketball here on KFJB-TV and listening on 1230 a.m. and 9.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Welcome back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse here on a special edition of Monday Night Basketball here in Marshalltown. Bobcats really struggling with the 1-8 Jayhawks of Cedar Rapids Jefferson, 35-19. Bobcats just can't seem to string offensive scores together along with defensive stops. They've struggled some with the Jayhawks half-court trapping defense, and then otherwise it's been the story of what we said in the keys to the game, what it might be. Let's look at leading scorers for the Jefferson Jayhawks. Eric Smith, their starting point guard, has not scored, but Kai Gatewood, leading scorer on the season at 16 points a game. He has 13 in the first half. Dayton Guy, averaging 11.5 on the year, has 10. Jonah Diekman, the center, has 2, while Jaden Faulkner gave him a nice lift off the bench. He has 5, and then number 4 still not in the roster. He has 4, and then Ty Kennan has 1 from a free throw. For your Marshalltown Bobcats, sophomore point guard Drake Gersma has 4. Junior guard Kyle Smith has 11, and Lamar Johnson has 4. There you see Drake Gersma with a wonderful scoop. English off the glass. Got the Bobcats close, but then a couple turnovers in the last 30 seconds extended this lead. When we come back, we will have the post-game interview with Coach Brian Murphy as the Bobcat girls dropped to 4-7, losing to the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Jayhawks earlier tonight. You're watching Bobcat Basketball.
When my kids come home from camp, they're so excited. They go on and on about all the activities they got to do.
My son loves to go fishing,
Cooking, photography, kayaking,
zip line, archery,
robotics, camping, oceanography,
swimming,
and radio.
He's got so many fun stories that he would share that we just wouldn't have otherwise.
Being involved in scouting, my boys have made lifelong friendships.
I would recommend putting your kids in scouting. It's a great way for them to learn skills while having fun.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up begins February 3rd for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on. Adventure on.
And welcome back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Bobcats find themselves down 35-19. I'm here with Coach Brian Murphy of the Marshalltown Bobcats girls basketball team. Fell earlier 54-21 to the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Jayhawks. Coach Brian Murphy, when you looked at this matchup tonight, what did this game boil down to?
Fundamentally, I didn't think we were mentally or physically ready for this game. We came out flat and stayed flat for most of the game, and I think the girls recognized that. And it was just one of those nights where we needed the team to dig deep. We needed individuals to dig deep, and it just took us far too long to finally decide we were ready to play.
And it seemed that really cost you, especially in a lot of that second half, it seemed the second chance opportunities for the Jayhawks, and often those would be 3 balls off the second chance with the rebounding. What did you think? Was it what you said, just not quite ready to play right away in those offensive rebounds that they gave up?
Yeah, and the disappointing thing was, we talked at halftime. It was a 12-point game at halftime,
yep.
But our body language, you would have thought we were down 20. And so we talked in the locker room about coming out strong, coming out physical, setting a tone. And in the first minute, we gave up 5 offensive rebounds in about 2 or 3 possessions. And, we have enough size that there's no reason any team should be out rebounding us. And that just comes down to an effort thing. And, we have spoken positively of our leadership and our kind of team cohesiveness, and it just wasn't there tonight, I thought, across the board.
One of the bright spots you can look was junior guard Millie Heitman did have 11 tonight. She seemed to make some good plays. Frankie Long had 8. But when you look at those bright spots, how do you balance that from a coaching perspective after the game of you can't all be negative because that can kind of tune people out. How do you balance that approach?
Yeah, well, and you hit it right at the head. I thought Millie was one of the few people that really stepped up tonight. Not only her aggression, but just, she wanted to be out on the floor. There was a point where, we had, she looked exhausted, so we pulled her out. And then I turned around and she was back at the scorer's table. I looked at Megan and I said, "Did you sub her back in?" She said, "No, I thought you did." She just wanted to be out there and wasn't satisfied to sit on the bench. So, that we needed more of that tonight. But you're right that I thought Millie really did a nice job of giving us a spark tonight.
And as we move forward, this is a long week for you. There's a lot of basketball to be had. So good luck. Another bite at the apple tomorrow night. This has been Coach Brian Murphy. Bobcats fall 54-21, moving to 4-7. But like we said, a couple more opportunities for wins this week. When we come back, it will be the...
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Marshalltown Area Chamber. Meet at Marshalltown.com. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. And McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, quality furniture for every room in your home.
Welcome back in. As you see, the Marshalltown Bobcats needing to get a few of those to go in here tonight, down 16. It's going to be an important third quarter. And we're looking at our halftime adjustments, halftime coverage brought to you by Scouting America, Mid-Iowa Council, Adventure On, online at scoutingiowa.org. Really what it comes down to defensively, Bobcats have been bringing a second defender, and that's allowed for a lot of drop-off layups. I think it really comes down to our perimeter defense. You have to be able to get your man, funnel him in. Gatewood and Guy have really 23 out of the 35. You've got to get a hand up on Guy out on the perimeter. You can't let Gatewood go past you. And really it comes down to that offensively. Bobcats just aren't in a rhythm. That half-court to three-quarter court zone press has really caught the Bobcats off guard, and it just doesn't seem they've been in rhythm. When we come back, we will have the second half here on
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing. Wayward Social, the place for fun.
As you hear the Marshalltown Pep Band here on a Monday night, as you see Bobcat Live, I'll be with you live at Wayward Social on Thursday at 6 p.m. Bobcats live right in front of you here, needing to get a bucket in the worst way. Hand off to Kyle Smith, back to Gersma. Gersma guarded by Smith. He's keeps his dribble alive, now guarded by Gatewood. Gets into the lane, off to Lamar. Now Jamison Niehaus with a 3-ball, back iron, no good. Rebound, Jacob Hayes. Now Gersma lines up a 3. No good. Rebound, Earp. Here comes Smith, sprinting up the far side of the court. Back to Dayton Guy. They get it in the post of Diekman, guarded by Hayes. Handoff to Guy, who just sprinted past Gersma, but he blew the layup, and here comes Jacob Hayes and the Bobcats. He gets it to Niehaus, and now Hayes will go into the corner. 7:15 left to go in the third quarter. Niehaus almost walked with it and gets it to Lamar Johnson, who bails him out. Johnson guarded by Gatewood. Now he bounced past to Kyle Smith, guarded by Guy. Gets it into the lane, crossover. Now spins back. Wide open, Jacob Hayes underneath. Great job. A little double pick by Gersma and Niehaus made Hayes wide open as he dove to the front of the rim. Great job by the junior. Great job by the Bobcats. Bobcats down 14. Guy gets it top of the key, guarded by Gersma. Back cut Gatewood. No dice. Smith now guarded by Kyle. Hand off top of the key to Earp. Earp's going to line up 3. That's going to be short, no good. Kyle Smith with the rebound. This is where the Bobcats have struggled to get back-to-back buckets. Hayes almost steps in a 3, no dice, gets it to Smith. He does. There's 14 points for the junior. In this game last year, he just had 11 on 4 of 16 shooting. He's starting to really measure up. Hopefully the Bobcats can measure up with him. Drop down to Diekman, off his leg, no good. It was a great pass by Smith. Diekman just couldn't hold on to it. Bobcats up 11. There you see that back cut down into the lane. Great job by Hayes for the 2. Gersma picks up his dribble. Now it's over to Smith, who gets it to Lamar Johnson. Johnson, straight line drive up off the glass. Blocked by Gatewood. He gets a rebound as well. He's sprinting back. Lickety-split up off the glass. No good. Rebound, Johnson. Here comes Kyle Smith. They've got numbers. Smith shovel pass to Gersma. And now gets it to Hayes. Hayes cuts up off the... Oh, they called a charging call. I am not so sure about that. That'll be the second, and that'll be a timeout. Bobcats have cut it to 11 with 5:37 left to go. Here in the third quarter, you're watching Bobcat.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib, available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this, the Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Hey there, Bobcat Nation. This is Drake Grissom, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV. Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Welcome back into the Roundhouse. Marshalltown down 11. Nice little run to start off the first part of the third. Jacob Hayes just picked up his second foul on a charge. And now it's Eric Smith, Dayton Guy, Kai Gatewood, along with number 45, who we still do not have a name for, and Ian Earp. And for the Bobcats, it's the same as who started the second half. Oh, Gatewood, it's off Gatewood. That's going to be Bobcat basketball. Bobcats' defensive intensity is really ratcheted up here in the third quarter. They extended a little bit more full court as Hayes gets it, keeps the head up, and now he picks it up and back to Gersma. Gersma guarded by Gatewood. Oh, Gersma gets past Gatewood, little shimmy shake, now gets it over to Hayes. Hayes looks inside, back to Gersma. This is almost where you think about clearing it out. Gersma had the much bigger defender on him, and he's going to be fouled by Smith. Niehaus is going to be fouled by Smith. Are they going to call that a shooting? I believe it is a shooting foul. It will be a shooting foul for Niehaus. Niehaus shooting 63% from the foul line here in his sophomore campaign. Get a chance for his first point, and that's not going to get there. It doesn't say how you miss in the scorecard, so just knock it down, Jamison. Back iron, no good, but rebound. Lamar Johnson, Niehaus gets it in the lane. Now kicks out to Kyle Smith, wide open corner. 3, big one. Bobcats only down to 8. 7-0, 8-0 run to start this second half. Kyle Smith with 2 threes here in the second half. Great kick out by Jamison Niehaus. 45 up off the glass, no good. Rebound. Hayes, here come the Bobcats. Gersma to Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith looks at 3, no. Hayes back to Smith. And now he likes that 3. Oh, my goodness, that looked good. But the Bobcats don't get it. Rebound, Earp, and here come the Jayhawks. Gatewood back to Earp. Earp hands it right back to Gatewood. Lamar Johnson smothering defense. Dayton guy guarded by Gersma. Smith drops the ball in the corner, but he gets it back. Now bounce pass inside. Gets it back out to Smith. Looks at a 3, says no. Now dribble drive behind the back. Hand off to Gatewood. Gatewood now baseline drive ripped away from Jamison Niehaus. Lamar Johnson gets it to Gersma. Bobcats really, really tenacious here in the second half. Whatever Coach Apple said in the locker room was the right words. Gersma kicks it out to Kyle Smith. Don't help off Kyle Smith. Don't help off Kyle Smith. That's all I'd be saying from the sideline. You cannot help off of Kyle Smith. Bobcats only down 5. 3:18 left to go here in the third quarter. Earp gets it to Gatewood. Nice little baseline drive. Oh my goodness, Jacob Hayes with a tremendous defensive effort. He's had a triad of those here tonight. Kyle Smith, oh my goodness, thought he was measuring up. Oh, corner 3 for Gersma. Gersma lines it up, no good. Rebound is Earp. Lamar Johnson tried to grab it but couldn't quite get it. Bobcats down 5. 2:48 left to go here in the third quarter. Oh my goodness, thought Gatewood might have taken a couple steps before he put the ball down. Jayhawks taking some heavy breaths, and they're going to clear this out. They're going to go, looks like they're going a clear out and just see what Gatewood can do. Gets it in the corner to Smith. Smith looks at 3, don't jump out there. He's shooting 9%. A missed layup, and it's going to be rebound Lamar Johnson. 2:15 to go. Kyle Smith. Timeout, Bobcats. Bobcats roaring back on a 13-0 run to start out the second half. Down 5 with 2:15 left to go in the third. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-TV and listening on 12:30 a.m. and
Johnson. This is KFJB-TV.
welcome back in. You see Lamar Johnson there only has 4 points tonight, but my goodness, has his defense, especially in the second half against Gatewood, been a big deal. And then the Bobcat man, number 10, there goes that man, has 20, 9 of them here in the third quarter. Bobcats 13-0 run to start this second half. They have the basketball. See if they can continually chip into this lead. You see there the all-in-white student section. Sparse crowd here on the abnormal Monday night game. But again, Bobcats have Des Moines North tomorrow, Des Moines Roosevelt on Friday. Brandon will have the call tomorrow. And don't worry, we'll both have the call Friday night, so you'll get to see us together again. Gersma gets it again. It's this trapping half-court zone with Faulkner on the top of that 1-2-2. Hayes gets it back to Gersma as they extend that. Backside, Niehaus was open, didn't see him. Gersma gets it. They're swinging it around. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson dribble drive into the lane. Kicks it out to Niehaus. Corner. Kyle Smith lines up a 3. There we go. There we go. Number 4 in the quarter. Number 5 in the game. Bobcats within 2. Faulkner brings it across, gets top of the key to Diekman. Hand off to Dayton Guy. Spins back. He traveled. No call. Thielman gets it off of Niehaus. He dribble drives back out to Gatewood. Nice little double team there. Swing out to Thielman. Thielman for three. Short. No good. Kyle Smith gets it ripped away from Faulkner. Oh, my goodness. Great job by Jaden Faulkner. Jaden Faulkner, number 5, is a 5'9 sophomore who has 7 points. First bucket in the second half for the Jayhawks of Jefferson. Look at it. Jacob Hayes directing traffic, gets it over to Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith lines up a three. That's going to be short, and it's going to be over the back. No call. I thought Jacob Hayes had great positioning, but Gatewood seemed to just climb the ladder and tip it away. 45 seconds left to go. Can the Bobcats, Gatewood with a nice crossover. Lamar Johnson got a block, but they called a foul. Got him on the wrist going up. So Kai Gatewood going to try to get his first 2 points of the second half. On the year, he is shooting 81% from the line. Yeah, not a man you want to put on the line. 37-33, Bobcats down 4. Oh, Gatewood misses a rare one as Zane Moore will come in, sophomore for senior swap, as Lamar Johnson, man alive, if you could just replicate and have 12 Lamar Johnsons, my goodness. All right, second free throw is up and good. Bobcats down 5, 38 seconds left to go, 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Niehaus gets it top of the key, takes a couple dribbles back, right back to Gersma. Gersma is just swarmed under. And a timeout. Timeout by Coach Apple. We'll take it with him. 25 seconds left to go.
Make the equity in your home work for you with the home equity loan from Lennox Employees Credit Union. Crush high-interest credit card debt and make needed improvements to your home. You have the power to refinance and change your financial life. With the lower interest rate, repayment is more comfortable than paying those high credit card interest rates. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Drive with Greg Young and experience top auto service and selection. And Lennox Employees Credit Union, lennoxecu.com.
Bobcats, absolute disaster coming in. And they're going to call it on Gersma. Greenwood's going right back to the line, or Gatewood's going right back to the line. It was an absolute disaster on the inbounds play, is that Gersma caught it right, instead of letting it go to the backcourt, he caught it right on the half-court line, and instead of getting it over the back, kind of had to toss it into the front court. Gatewood makes that one. Hopefully this turnover doesn't come back to bite the Bobcats. They find themselves down 6. Here you see, and he says, Faulkner, yeah, a little bit. He was telling Coach Apple he got pushed, but you can't be dislodged that much by a one-handed push. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Lamar Johnson. 15 seconds left to go. Bobcats down 6. Oh, nice cut to the lane. Gersma for 2. Great job. 7 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Blocked by Jamison Niehaus, and that'll do it. Bobcats storm back in the third, down 4 as we go into the fourth. Bobcats looking to get victory number 4 here on KFJB-TV.
Auto loans at Lennox Employees Credit Union are not just for cars. If you are looking to purchase a new or used motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, or other recreational vehicle, look no further. Lennox Employees Credit Union has low loan rates, and the loan process is so easy. Visit lennoxecu.com for rates and membership eligibility information, or go to 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown to visit with one of our loan officers. Lennox Employees Credit Union, member NCUA.
Welcome back in. Bobcats down 39-35. And it was 35-19 at the end of the first half. My goodness, it was all in the third quarter. It was much better defense. Bobcats played electric defense there in that third quarter. But 4 3-pointers by Kyle Smith. He has 23 on the night. But the Bobcats have been really good. Defensive plays by Jacob Hayes, Lamar Johnson, Drake Gersma with 3 different drives getting buckets. He's got 6 as the second leading scorer for the Bobcats. For the Jayhawks, it's Earp, Diekman, Gatewood, Eric Smith, and Dayton Guy. For the Bobcats, it's Hayes, Niehaus, Kyle Smith, Lamar Johnson, and Drake Gersma. Earp just caught no man's land, able to find Dayton Guy, who had 10 there in the first half. Diekman up off the glass and good. Diekman has got his second bucket of the night, and the lead's back to 6. Looking here as Gersma, little yo-yo dribble, left-handed dribble, now brings it to the far side of the court. Gets it to Niehaus in the corner, guarded by Earp. Oh, Kyle Smith gets tripped, no call. Accidental, lines up a 3, short, no good. Rebound, Diekman, number 23 for the Jayhawks. Eric Smith, number 1, left-handed dribble, takes it into the lane. Up off the glass, no good. Rebound, Diekman, he's going to be fouled. He just wanted it more and ripped it away. That's a strong man right there with the forearm tattoo to prove it. Diekman on the year, shooting 60% from the line. Left-handers up and good. Man alive, it's all the way, it's back up to 7 after the Bobcats cut it to 5. The rebound goes to Hayes, and Gersma now has it as Smith just kind of is tracking him. It looked like Gersma might have got away with a push there. And not much happening. Gets it over Smith. Hayes in the corner, lines up a 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Eric Smith. Here come the Jayhawks. Gatewood looking to take off. Gets Earp, but a block and a foul. They're going to call it on Hayes. And that's Hayes' third foul, and Earp is going to go to the line. Earp on the year is shooting 75% from the foul line. Overall, both of these teams tend to shoot it fairly well from the line. Earp is up, and it is good. It seems like the Bobcats, though, have struggled a little bit here in the fourth to get that same amount of energy. A lot of minutes being played by the starting lineup as Earp lines it up and gets both of them. He's got 6 tonight. He averages 8 on the year. Niehaus rips it past, now looks, getting to the lane, knocked away from Gatewood, but he's able to get it back. Hayes in the corner. Corner 3 is going to be short. Rebound, great rebound by Gersma, up and good. Great job by number 3. The point guard wanted it more and got it up off the glass. He's got 8. Gets it over to Dayton Guy. Guy, right-handed dribble, is going to spin back and now has to kick it back out to Smith. Smith, little hesitation dribble, gets past Kyle Smith. It's knocked away by Lamar Johnson, but into Gatewood's hands. Lamar just bodies him up. Oh, wonderful. That's a heck of a move. That's a heck of a move. Lamar Johnson cut him off, and then a sweet little between the legs hesitation by Gatewood to get 2 and back to the line. You won't see many baseline plays better than that one by number 2. Free throw is up and no good. 81% shooter on the year, only 2 of 5 here tonight. Bobcats got to be careful. This lead is ballooned back up to 9. Johnson gets to the corner. Kyle Smith too strong. And Bobcats have not found anything inside. And Gatewood, it's off his foot, and he throws it back in, and somehow it gets to Dayton Guy. In the corner, Faulkner lines it up, back iron, no good. Here comes Kyle Smith getting the rebound, and it clears. Oh. As Gersma gets it across the line. And they are trapping everywhere, and the Bobcats cannot find the back cuts on any of it. And a timeout taken. Bobcats really struggling with this trap. Bobcats down 9, 5 minutes to go here on KFJB.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
This is Talon Halstead, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
You see Coach Michael Apple there trying to get his troops ready and rearing to go to get back into this one, down 9. You see this replay. This is Kai Gatewood. Look at this. Oh my goodness. That's about as pretty as it can be. I am the biggest homer there ever was, but even I have to tip my cap on that one. Great job by number 2. And this is really, it seems in that fourth is where the Bobcats have settled for some threes where they were open looks in that third quarter. These have been ones that have definitely been highly contested. Bobcats down 9, trying to avoid their 7th loss of the year. Jayhawks looking for their 2nd win. Gersma gets in the lane, a little teardrop, good. He's in double figures. Really like the aggressiveness of number 3, but more importantly, this game's back to 7. Bobcats extend pressure, giving a little bit of trap defense themselves, a little hook shot into the corner. Nice job there. Gatewood, oh my goodness, once they got it to the center circle, it was donezo. Gatewood has 6 here, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Faulkner has not played a ton this year, but the 5'9 sophomore, and I am skeptical on the 5'9 part, has been a real boost in the arms for the Jayhawks. He's been really good here tonight. Bobcats down 48-39, 4:20 left to go here in the first half. Eric Smith looking inside to Earp, decides to dribble it topside, hand it off to Dayton Guy. Guy swings it over to Faulkner. Now that's resetting the offense. Gets to the free throw line to Earp, and Jamison Niehaus, no reason for him to jump. As Faulkner is up in his jersey, and he's definitely underneath Niehaus' skin. Just a really poor defensive play by Jamison Niehaus. And Faulkner got him up, and Niehaus is out, and Zane Moore is back in. This is back to a double-digit lead. Bobcats, Gersma, Hayes, Kyle Smith, Johnson, Zane Moore. They learned from their mistake last time and get the ball in the backcourt. Gersma gets him on the post. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Bobcats. Zane Moore is going to fire it in just caddy corner to the Bobcat student section. And now Gersma has it, guarded by Smith. Smith pressuring the basketball. Gersma behind the back, gets into the lane. Little Euro step to the corner to Hayes. Hayes lines up a 3 short. Earp with the rebound. Bobcats are getting close to must-stop time here with 3.5 minutes to go. Gatewood, left-handed dribble, hides behind Eric Smith, now crosses over. Oh my goodness, he creates contact, and they're going to say the foul is on Lamar Johnson, and it's going to be 2 shots. Gatewood's going to go back to the line. And the first free throw is up, and it's going to be good. As Gatewood gets another point on the night. Gatewood has, I have him down for 17, 18 points. And that is as you look as Gersma gets it across the timeline, gets it over to Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith guarded by Dayton Guy. Crossover dribble. Now the trap by Faulkner. And there's a lot of, oh my goodness, knocked away. Gersman's able to get it back. A lot of physical pressure. Swing it one more time. You might get Kyle Smith a three, but they can't get it to the other side of the court. Now you get it over to Zayden Moore. Kicks it out to Kyle Smith, guarded by Eric Smith. Looks at a three, and they're going to run. That's going to be a shot clock. That was really good trap defense. One thing the Bobcats did not do well, they dribbled into the trap. They did not swing the basketball or get it to the other side of the court to break that trap down. Knocked away by Gersma, gets it back to Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith into the lane, and it's going to be fouled on the ground. Bobcats down big, down 13. It's going to be a full timeout by the Jayhawks. Bobcats down 13. They need to fight back in the worst way. 2:43 left to go in the fourth quarter here on KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Welcome back in. 2:43 left to go in this one. Bobcats almost fully erased a 16-point halftime deficit, but here in the fourth quarter, it's been all Jayhawks, and it's been all Kai Gatewood. He's been tremendous, along with Jaden Faulkner's been very good as well. The 5'9 sophomore just really got into the head of some of the Bobcat guards. Inbounds, gets it to Gersma. Gersma's now got 12. He's got 8 in the second half. He gets another steal, and he's now got 10 in the second half. Really poor inbounds pass by Earp. And now it's going to be a foul on Kyle Smith. 9-point game. Bobcats got 2 real quick ones there in about 13 seconds. And there are 2 teams. That is going to be 5 team fouls, so it's going to be 2 shots for Eric Smith. Smith shooting 55% from the free throw line, so if the Bobcats had a choice, that's where they'd like to go. Smith has not scored on the night, but been a really good floor general for him. And he goes up there like a point guard should and knocks it down. Back to a double-digit lead. There you see a nice little jumper for Gersma, then a pass right to him, and he goes right back up and gets another bucket. 4 points in a couple seconds. You'll take it every time. Oh, my goodness. Eric Smith, 55% free throw shooter, looks like a 90% free throw shooter. Hits both. Gersma, left-hand dribble up the sideline, gets the pick from Johnson. Now hands off to Zane Moore. Pointing to swing it to that corner, and it's going to be a foul on Faulkner. That's a 3rd team foul on Cedar Rapids. Jefferson. Gersma gets the basketball. Again guarded by Smith. Lamar Johnson picks down. Kyle Smith steps back for 3. That's his 6th 3 of the ball game, and it's going to be a timeout. We'll take him with it. 2:07. Bobcats down 8.
Sportsmanship starts with us.
As a student athlete, I need to model good behavior and represent my school appropriately.
That means respecting my teammates, coaches, opponents, the officials, and fans.
If I do that, so will others, and being a good sport becomes a way of life.
To all of Iowa's student athletes getting ready to compete, remember,
Sportsmanship starts with us.
Welcome back in as the Bobcats trying to draw up. They've got 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Over the last 30 seconds, they have cut 5 points off of this lead. Tonight, it's going to have to be, they're going to have to cause a couple turnovers here as they've extended the press over here in the last couple minutes, and then they're also going to see if the Jayhawks will miss from the line. It's a really interesting night tonight. Bobcats have 0 free throws, and a lot of that's been based on shots taken, a lot of perimeter jumpers for the Bobcats, while the Jayhawks have 14 free throws. A lot of that is just a really aggressive nature of Gatewood to the rack. And Guy's going to pass it into Smith. Now he picks up the basketball, and now it's 5 seconds, 6 seconds. See if they can get a 10-second here now. And gets it across in just the last second. But then Hayes knocks it away. Bobcats were 1 second away from a 10-second call there. There's 22 seconds on the shot clock as Smith fires it into Dayton Guy. Guy hands it right back to Smith. And now a trap, but Bobcats aren't able to get it. Get it to Faulkner in the corner. Earp down in the post. Now he's looking, kicks it back out to Faulkner. Under 7 seconds left to go. Guy's going to look, and they're going to call a hand check. Kyle, you can't let the hand check be 35 feet away from the hoop. That's a frustrating one if you're a coach. You let them use up 30 seconds on the shot clock, and then you get a hand check about 35 feet from the hoop. Dayton Guy again on the year, shooting 67% from the line. He's going to miss the first. Imperative that the Bobcats box out. Guy had 10 in the first half. He is still at 10 here tonight. And the second one's going to be perfect. He now has 11 as Gersma brings it up against Smith. 90 seconds left to go in this game, 9-point differential. Gersma keeps his dribble alive. Just probing, looking. Hayes looks at the top of the key, gets it to Kyle Smith. Bobcats really struggling offensively when Kyle isn't the one shooting it. It's going to be a foul on Guy on the drive. That will be the 4th team foul. It is Guy's second foul, and there's 4 team fouls, so the next time the Bobcats are fouled, they will go to the line. This is where you're still 80 seconds to go. You don't need threes. You just need quick points. Kyle Smith guarded closely by Smith. Now he keeps his dribble alive, shoots it over him. That's number 7 on the night. It's down to 6. Bobcats again extend that press. Guy's got it, and it's 5, 4, 3, and a timeout. Oh, my goodness, they had a runaway layup, but the timeout by Bronze. We're going to keep it here. 58.7 seconds left to go, 28 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Bobcats, Drake Gersma's had a really good second half tonight. He's got 14 points, 10 in the second half. Kyle Smith's been good all night. He has 29, and that includes 7 3-pointers, 6 of them here in the second half. Beyond that, the Bobcats have really struggled to find much balance offensively. Lamar Johnson has 4. Jacob Hayes has 2. He has not been able to find the range from deep tonight, 0 of 3 from three-point land. For the Jayhawks, it really was Dayton Guy was big in that first half, had 10. He now has 11. Gatewood's been really good. He's got 21 tonight. And along with Jaden Faulkner, especially in that second half, he's been good. He has 11. They're going to hand this in. 28 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 58 seconds to go on the time, and they're going to foul immediately. Looks like Coach Apple wants to extend this game immediately. Again, Gatewood's been really good from the line all year long. Has not been that good tonight. He is shooting 50% tonight, 81% on the year. And that one's good. It's now a 7-point lead. Bobcats are going to want that first half back. That first quarter and the last couple minutes of the second quarter were not good. As Gatewood knocks that in. And they get it into Niehaus. Niehaus picked up by Gatewood. Gets it over to Gersma. Gersma now sprints past Smith. He loses the basketball. Nice play by Ian Earp. And it looks like Jaden Faulkner will go to the line. 46 seconds left to go. Up 8. Faulkner on the year. Does not have any free throw stats here tonight. He's really been good. He has been the spark off the bench. You know, you needed that three-headed monster. We didn't think it would be Jaden Faulkner, but so far it has. He's short from the line. As good as he's been, you know, if you're going to foul somebody, foul the sophomore who doesn't have a ton of varsity experience. Second one, he learned from his first mistake. He's got 5 in the quarter, 12 in the game. Gets it up to Hayes, back to Gersma. Bobcats down 9. Hayes sneaks past it, now taking a lane up off the glass and good. Good job getting the quick bucket. Now they extend that press. Smith gets the basketball. Now the trap with Gersma and Smith. They get to the baseline, picked off by Hayes. Up to Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith up off the glass, no good. Oh, that's a carry, but no call. And it's going to be a timeout. We'll stay here. Bobcats down 7, 15 seconds left to go. And a really valiant second half for the Bobcats, but first half find themselves down 16 at half. They got it as close to 3 points there, or 4 points there in the third quarter. Just couldn't get over the hump. So what you're looking at here is, again, you've got to get that quick steal. If you cannot get the quick steal up 7, now you've got to start looking at, you got to foul immediately. You can't be picky with only 15 seconds to go, but the one that you don't want on the line is Gatewood. Started off a little bit weak from the line, has done much better, made his last 4 from the line. Again, 81% at the line coming into tonight. Jonah Diekman is 2 of 2 tonight. Eric Smith is 2 for 2 tonight, but really only shooting 55% on the year. So if you can get it in number 1's hands, you're going to immediately foul. Ian Earp, number 21, is shooting 75% from the line. He's made both of his tonight. And they're running 3-4 guys out of bounds. This is almost like a football play, where you're running and then you get it to Smith. Smith is going to get fouled by Zane Moore, take 2 seconds off the clock. Again, you'll see that a lot more in out-of-bounds plays, especially full court against a trap. If you run 5 guys out of bounds, you really can't set up a pressure defense real well, and then you just run like 4 wide receiver routes, basically. And Smith goes up to get his 3rd point of the game, and that misses. Bobcats are going to need to see this one off the iron and get a shot up quick. And then he makes the 3rd. Nice job as Gersma sprints into the forecourt. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, takes a 3, and it's good. My goodness, he's got 11. And the shot's going to go up to Faulkner. Faulkner, they're not going to foul, and that'll do it. Bobcats cannot claw all the way back into this one, lose by 5, 59-54. Bobcats fall to 3-7. Jayhawks jump to 2-8. Bobcats got North tomorrow night. Jayhawks reward as they get number 1, Cedar Falls. When we come back, we will have stats, post-game interview. We will look at our Opa Grill player of the game, and then we'll also look at tomorrow night's matchup against Des Moines North.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back into the Locker Room Report here in Marshalltown at the historic Marshalltown Roundhouse. Bobcats tried valiantly, down 16 at half, got into this one with a big third quarter, but fall late, 59-54. There was a lot going on, a lot good here tonight. One, most notably, you look at the junior Kyle Smith coming off of 20 points against Ames Friday night in a losing effort. Tonight he had 29, including this right here. You see Kyle Smith, little hook shot, up and good. He ended up also having 7 threes, 6 of those in the second half to finish with 29. Drake Gersma on the night had 17. He had a huge second half. He had 13 there in the second half. Lamar Johnson had 4 points. All of his points were in the first half. Jacob Hayes had 4 points. All of those in the second half, and that rounded out the Bobcat scoring. And then as you look at, for the Jayhawks, we showed you the move before. I want to show it to you again. You see Kai Gatewood. Here you go. Baseline. Nice job by Lamar cutting it off, but just a quick, beautiful dribble between the legs, finish for 2. He was really the difference. He was there all night long with 21 points. Eric Smith, number 1, the point guard, was a good floor general all night long. Knocked down 3 really important free throws there in the fourth quarter. Dayton Guy hit 2 big threes there in their big first half. He ended up with 11. And then with Ian Earp, he had 1 point on the night. Jonah Diekman had 6. And then looking at, you see this right here, as Jaden Faulkner got the bucket right before the half, and if we could say anything about that kid, 5'9", has not played a whole lot this year. He had 12 points, 7 in the second half. He was huge. Beyond that, getting under the skin of a couple different Bobcat guards, causing an offensive foul and a turnover. He was a difference maker in that second half. Ty Kenner had 1 point and a free throw in the first half. And number 45, if you know him and you love him, put him in the comments because he's not on the roster, had 4 points to make up for 59 points. It was a heartbreaker tonight. Bobcats could not hold home field advantage. They lose 59-54, lose to the Jayhawks for the second year in a row. When we come back, though, we will talk with Coach Michael Apple, and before that, we will announce the OPA Player of the Game, presented, of course, by OPA Grill in Marshalltown. You're watching the Locker Room Report here on KFJB-TV and listening on 1230 AM and 93.9 FM.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated, and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, We've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Sports Plus, SportsPlusTherapy.com. Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you develop strategies for pursuing your financial goals.
My goodness, you look at those Cedar Rapids Jefferson athletes, they went over to the Marshalltown side and have picked up every single trash up there. This is what I will tell you. Of course, you're competing against them on the court, but you cannot compete against them as far as quality of human beings. Big shout out to the Cedar Rapids Jefferson School Administration head basketball coach, Coach Bruns, along with the gentlemen that make up that team. Blown away by them. Tip of the cap to the Jayhawks. Not a bad word to say about them. And they did a great job on the court as well. 59-54. The OPA, but it's time for the OPA Player of the Game. And it's time for our KFJB-TV Player of the Game presented by OPA Grill of Marshalltown. Greek and traditional favorites. All you have to say is OPA. And that's going to go to, it could have went to a couple of guys, and it's going to go to sophomore point guard because Batman really needed Robin to step up in the second half. We know who Batman is. Drake Gersma put on the red cape. He had 13 of those in the second half, including a couple big steals. Shout out to number 3, who rose to the occasions. Bobcats just couldn't get enough points at the end. But that is your OPA Player of the Game. Drake Gersma will receive a $25 gift certificate to OPA Grill in Marshalltown. And I'm telling you, you can get a great meal at OPA for $25. You can get one for $12. So Drake, if you want to split it with me, I'll happily get a euro, and you will make my day. But when we come back, we will talk to Coach Michael Apple. A heartbreaker tonight, losing 59-54. But the Bobcats can't rest on the laurels too much because they got Des Moines North tomorrow night.
What does OPA mean? OPA means joy, enthusiasm, and approval. And when you dine at OPA Grill in Marshalltown, you'll understand why. With their made-to-order pastas, soups, and salads made daily with the freshest ingredients. Favorites include chicken parmesan pan-fried to perfection, fresh and light chicken lemon rice soup, and their signature OPA salad topped with seasoned gyro meat. OPA Grill Family Restaurant in Marshalltown, where you can dine in or drive through. All you have to say is OPA!
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse, here with Coach Michael Apple. It really was a tale of kind of two halves, inconsistent and struggle with a lot of that trap in the first half, able to close it up. But what was your message when you went into the locker room?
Yeah, I don't know if I can share a whole lot of what I said in the locker room on here, but, I mean, I was just – it was more of emphasis of I just didn't feel like we were ready to go. We weren't ready to play. We were turning it over. We weren't defending the way we're capable of. Our energy, our talk, just wasn't there. And I just emphasized there's certain things we need to be consistent with, and playing hard and playing the right way. And being prepared to play are those things we expect every single game from our guys.
Yeah, it seemed that half court, and when they extended that zone press, that zone trap, it really struggled with that in the first half. Was it something in the guard play, or do you simply think it just wasn't a matter of being locked in?
It's both. I mean, it's understanding what they're doing, and that's something we kind of talked over, that they did this. And, it's a matter of just hitting the guys when they're open and attacking that sideline and drawing two and kicking it ahead, and then they're going to get out of it, And we made that way too difficult to where they're able to stay in it, and they got some easy turnovers and picking it off and getting layups that way. And those are just things we need to do a better job of. We can't have 11 turnovers in the first half. That's more than we had the entire game against Ames.
Yep. And a much different, that Ames defense is well known, and this defense isn't quite as good. Now, Kyle Smith, of course, had 7 threes, 6 of those in the second half. Tonight, though, in that second half, it wasn't just Kyle scoring. Drake Gersma gave a little bit of a shot in the arm, was a little bit more aggressive in that third and fourth quarter. How important is it for you to identify, and for maybe the team themselves to identify, who's the second, who's the third scorer? Because Kyle can have a lot. He had 29 tonight, but 29 is not going to win a game.
No, and our guys, I think, understand that we have to have other guys chip in and help and understand when to be aggressive and make the right plays. And, we got to have some other guys score it, and, we had some open looks tonight from some guys, and we unfortunately missed them. But, as long as we're taking good shots and they understand that, and just the confidence factor of we gotta have you guys score and be aggressive too. It can't just come from Kyle. It can't just come from Drake. It's got to be more balanced. And when we've had success this year, we've done that's when we've done a good job of that.
And tomorrow night, you get Des Moines North. Des Moines North's a good ball club this year. I think they're 6-3 so far this year. What do you look at when you're looking at North? What's the big thing that jumps out to you?
They're gonna press us. They're going to try and speed us up. They're going to try and turn us over, and they're really good at it. So we got some things we need to go over based on what we did tonight compared to what North's going to do, because they're going to jump all over that, and they're going to try and turn us over. So that's something we got to be able to be ready for. And then on offense for them, they got some guys that can really drive it. They're really quick, and a couple guys are gonna shoot it from about 30 feet out if they're open, and if they get going, it's really tough. So they stretch that floor that way, and if you don't guard them, they'll shoot it and kind of play off offensive rebounds. And if you guard them close, they're gonna try and drive right around you, and that's kind of how they play.
And you'll be able to catch that game here on KFJB tomorrow night. Good luck the rest of the week. You got a couple more. You get Des Moines North here, and then you've got Roosevelt Friday night. Thank you very much for your time, Coach Apple. When we come back, we'll preview tomorrow's matchup, and we'll wrap it up here from the Marshalltown Roundhouse.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Bobcats lose a couple here tonight. Girls fall 54-21. Guys fall 59-54. Even with a valiant comeback, including 7 3-pointers from Kyle Smith en route to 29 points, and Drake Gersma's 17 Well, that will do it. Tomorrow night, we do have Des Moines North here at the Roundhouse. You heard Coach Apple already give a sneak peek. They're going to shoot it. They're going to press it. And that coverage will start at 7 p.m. We'll have some bonus girls coverage. And along with that, and then tip-off will be roughly around 7:30, 7:45 against Des Moines North. Brandon will be on that call. Friday night, we've got doubleheader coverage. Brandon and I will be on the call. We'll have both girls and guys action down at Des Moines Roosevelt. Well, I want to thank everybody who's made tonight possible. From KFJB-TV producer, babyface himself, David Braga, our radio producer, the one and only Jeffrey Brooks, and then our camera crew. Great job, as always, Lake and Eastman, along with very own Keith Stewart, number one in the playbook, number one in your hearts. And that will do it here at the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Bobcats fall to Cedar Rapids Jefferson Jayhawks. You're watching Bobcat basketball here on KFJB-TV.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.